So let's start with mainstream media. Hands up anybody who has got a professional relationship with a journalist. Not one. And why is that? I'll tell you why it is. Because you hear bad things about journalists. You read stuff and you think, them bloody journalists, those mongrels, and you try possibly to avoid having anything to do with journalists. Well, I want to change your thinking with that. And if I do one thing today, I would hope that it would be that you would start to look at journalism and the media in a different light and to look upon it as a tool in your armory to defend your industry, all right? See, every day, I'm going down here because I get vertigo if I'm up here too. Is that all right? I'm sorry, Anne, if I'm going to be difficult to chase around the place, but we all have external relationships, right? You guys, pig producers, you have external relationships with Chris's vets and other people. You have relationship with hauliers who haul your pigs, if in fact you do. You've got relationships with slaughterhouses, all of these external relationships. Well, journalists are just another external relationship. And, you know, every relationship has got ups and downs. Every commercial relationship will have hiccups. So too will your relationship with journalists. But that's not to say that you end the relationship. If we did that after one hiccup, most of us would be divorced. Some of us are, but more of us aren't. But, you know, that's another story. So, you see, when you're in this caper, when you're working with the media, there are days when you're the pigeon, and there are days when you're the statue. And that's the way it is. And don't take it personally. That's the thing, is not to take it personally, all right? Right, let's first of all look at radio. Now, radio news is when your story really is a story, and the average length of a news story is about 40 seconds. And the bit in the middle called the 7-second grab, which is where you get interviewed, or somebody from Animals Australia gets interviewed. And what you have to do with that 7-second grab is you have to distill your entire argument into no longer than 7 seconds. 5 would be really good. So you look at your argument and you say, how do I summarize this into 5 to 7 seconds? And that becomes the central thesis of your argument. So it might be something like, you know, if it's an animal welfare issue, you could say, all our animals are housed in sustainable conditions and they're well cared for and well looked after, and we send happy pigs to market. There you go, that's 5 seconds. That's possibly the essence of a welfare story. But you have to prepare this thing. It just doesn't leap out at you. When you listen to a news bulletin now from here on in, I want you to start listening for the grab and listen to who are good exponents of it. There are politicians who are good exponents of the grab, and they can summarize their argument as usually a lie, but they can summarize the argument into 5 to 7 seconds, all right? Now, at any stage throughout this, you stop me if you want to ask me a question, all right? I can talk the doors off an aircraft hangar without drawing breath. So if you want to stop me, challenge me, or ask me a question, please do. Just don't chuck stuff at me, because if my peripheral vision's not great, I mightn't see it coming. All right, you with me so far? So you prepare the grab. So that's for news. And occasionally, that whole sequence starts with a media release. You may decide, I'm going to tell this particular story, so you write a media release. Engage somebody to write a media release for you, or get some advice.